Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Warcraft Rumble dungeon guide I'm going to take a look at Deadmines on an Alliance week, and specifically this Maiev Shadow Song army that I used to clear a level 22 dungeon with, so punching up a fair bit and getting Maiev to all gold. First, a quick recap of the boss mechanics. The first boss is Mr. Smite, and Mr. Smite is most remembered for a Stonehoof torrent that comes here and it goes along this pipe and then will charge at your base. Some people like to place Whelp X over here so that they will intercept the torrent. Some people just intercept the torrent while it attacks here. There are many ways you can do. There are a couple of code nodes over here and there's one over on this side, but I typically only focus on the right side of the map and I ignore the left side altogether, although the left side push is also possible. There's two meeting stones, one on the right, one on the left. I like to take this meeting stone early, then I'm trying to mine from here. I will do pushes from here, and sometimes I also put minis over here so that they intercept the torrent, and then I use this arrow so that they will go over the bridge and join the main assault over here. Smite is a fairly straightforward boss overall, although it does get a bunch of stuff for free because Testifies Bandits for free, and then this group is free and that group is free, and Stonehoof Torrents are free, so you're going to face a lot of enemies. But as long as you are able to defend the left side and then keep pushing from both directions here and keep mining these gold nodes, you should have enough tools to beat up Mr. Smite. The second boss in Deadmines is Cookie, and again, the theme of Deadmines free stuff, so Cookie is going to get these patrols. The patrols come from left and then come from right, and after staying here for a while, then they come down the left lane or the right lane, and all of these are in addition to everything else Cookie is going to summon. So you need some way to handle these. There are basically two ways that people typically use. One is to use Living Bomb, so that you place a Living Bomb. You can Living Bomb them while they're close to Cookie, when they will damage Cookie as well. You can also Living Bomb them while they're around a tower, and then depending on the level of your Living Bomb, it even takes out the tower. At the very least, it's going to take out the ranged attackers, which means that any flying units such as Bat Rider can finish off things. The other way is to use Whelpex and or Safe Pilot to achieve the same kind of effect. So those are the ways that you have to handle this. Other than that, the map consists of 3 lanes, there's 2 chests, and there's 2 gold lanes over there and over here. At the start, you want to start moving over here and grab the chest, and you want to send a miner to mine this gold vein because there's some gold available immediately in the beginning. Then you can take either the center tower or the leftmost tower, maybe both, and just keep using your tools, either Living Bomb or Whelpex Safe Pilot, to handle the swarms that Cookie is going to spawn, and then just start attacking Cookie, and that's the second boss. The third boss in Deadmines is Sneed, and the mechanic in Sneed encounter is, well, it's sort of free stuff again. This time with a bit of a twist, because you see these 2 platforms. When the platforms are sparkling, then the first mini that's going to step on either one of these platforms is going to be destroyed, and it's going to come under Sneed's control in multiple copies down this line. So then Sneed has, for example, Molten Giants in its deck, so if Molten Giant gets copied, then you're going to face half a dozen Molten Giants, and yeah, that's gonna hurt a little bit. So what you want to do in this map, you typically want to push here, take this tower, and then push and take this tower, and then attack from here towards Sneed. In the meanwhile, you want to send your kobolds over here. There's a gold node over here, so the kobold gets to mine, and then kobold walks out there, and try to get it so that kobolds get copied. And you can also use your unbound minis to get copied, and you can also sometimes drop your unbound minis to distract, for example, Molten Giant that's walking here, then you can distract it, and then it turns around, and then something else gets copied instead of it. But yeah, it especially hurts when this platform becomes active while minis are already on it, and yeah, this map can be a little bit frustrating at times, but I'm trying to build decks for this so that they would be able to kill the minis that come from here as effectively as possible. One thing is that this bridge, if you have minis on this bridge, that range minis on this bridge, they can shoot down, so they can immediately shoot at minis that are going to come. Also, the minis that are coming, they don't attack immediately, so you have a small moment there. So a mini is arriving, and for example, in one of the army comps that I tried, I had Darkspear Troll, and then Bat Riders were copied, and Troll just killed them instantly as they came. So there's a few things that you can do about that, but overall, that is the main mechanic. Other than that, just grab the towers and push at Sneed. Sneed itself is not that dangerous, it's just that those copies can definitely overwhelm you. So this is my Maiev army. I'm using Footman, Safe Pilot, Skeleton Body, Living Bomb, Quillboar and Whelp Eggs. And as you can notice, I am using Living Bomb, Safe Pilot and Whelp Eggs. And for the second boss for Cookie, you need either or. I mean, Living Bomb does it. Safe Pilot plus Whelp Eggs can also do it. I just really enjoy the convenience of Living Bomb, and well, these are here also because they're unbound and Maiev loves unbound minis. So you could cut the Living Bomb, you could roll something else in a spell in that slot, and you could put in something like an Earth Elemental, for example. This deck might be even stronger if you change Living Bomb something else and you use Safe Pilot and the Whelp Eggs to handle Cookie. But I just really prefer the convenience, and I really prefer the feeling of safety and security that I have from using Living Bomb in Cookie. So this is the way I like to build this. Footmen give Maiev a lot of tankiness, so that tankiness is needed on the first boss in particular, also useful in Cookie and, well, useful in all of the bosses. Footmen just a big, huge tank that you have access to. Talent, I'm using the stun talent, but most people use fortification or something else. Then Safe Pilot, Whelp Eggs, just damage pouring down from the sky. Quillboar, distraction. So on the first boss you can use Quillboar to distract, you can use Whelp Eggs. Skeleton Body, another unbound, even more damage. Just Skeleton Body is surprisingly much damage actually, so I really enjoy that mini, even though it's not one of the main meta minis. And also just having a lot of unbounds, because all the unbounds make Maiev cheaper, and then you can play Maiev for cheap, and then Maiev is going to have AoE damage, so also very useful. Just tanking your way through the first boss with the Footman, getting your way through the second boss with the Living Bomb, and then just unbounding Sneed to death after taking some towers. And, well, that's it. And this is what it all looks like in action. So here we go into Deadmines, the first boss, Mr. Smite, and I'm using the Footman to tank here, and I like to split push with the Footman. They just give me tanks on all sides. I'm grabbing the Meeting Stone on the right as usual, so just my standard strategy. Grab the stone, control the gold line and push from there. Usually I would turn the left arrow so that those Footmen would go over the bridge, but this time because I have the Whelp tunic, I'm thinking that okay, maybe grabbing that stone can have some value as well. I'm trying to do that. I'm not actually sure if that was necessary. I could have just turned them around. Maybe that would have just been better, just ignoring the left stone as I usually do. The relic just made me think about trying some other things too here, but that probably wasn't even necessary. Using the Whelp Eggs there to defend against the Tauren. So I now have two defenses against the Tauren because I have both the Footman and then I have the Whelp Eggs. So a couple of alternatives there. And from here it should be a fairly straightforward grab the stone push. Actually, taking the leftmost stone has been a problem here for me, because that has made the AI, I think, focus more on trying to get the right stone back, now that it doesn't even have the left stone. So, probably adjusting my strategy to accommodate the Whelp tunic, then that actually was not useful. That was actually detrimental to my performance. But hey, we're still more than 2 levels above my level, so it's never easy in these spots. Here we go in with some more Footmen. I'm also managing to get some mining in. Distracting there a little bit to give the Kobold more time to mine. Go mine, Kobold, mine! And getting some unbounds out there. So a little bit unfocused. I was just trying to test the Black Whelp tunic a little bit in this one. Should be a bit more focused on pushing towards the boss and then using unbounds to deal damage to the boss. That would be nicer, that would be cleaner. But, I mean, the deck is just pretty strong. I have Footmen going all over the place. Again, I just really should have sent them over the bridge and support the boss attacks from there. But be that as it may, use some Skeleton Party to fight against the Tauren. Not very successfully though, but just barely enough. And alright, getting in some more damage to the boss. This is what I should be doing more here. Getting those unbounds at the boss and just assaulting the boss and making sure that it dies. Now I actually do get to mine a couple of gold. So the first benefit from sending like 6-7 gold worth of minions towards that stone, which means that there was no real benefit. Be that as it may though, we're blocking the Tauren with the X again on the pipe. Tauren block is going fine, but now the AI seems to send more units towards the right stone than usual, because I control the left stone. So actually I would want the AI to keep sending stuff from the left, so that I would just keep attacking from the right. But be that as it may, yeah, you can do even better, but hey, if this already worked, then that I didn't play perfectly is even better for you. It means that you will have even more leeway and you will do even stronger with this deck. Now it's overtime and I start to realize, okay, I would actually probably have to like try to kill the boss or something. Maybe that would be a useful thing to do. But then I'm a little bit afraid of all of those minis that are coming down. But now, alright, the footmen are going to defend for ages there, so I can spend all of my energy, all of my resources in just getting that Smite down. And now I'm just jamming some unbounds at Smite. And let's see, how long does it take for Smite to fall? Smite is taking damage and taking a bit more damage again, and ultimately Smite is going to go down here. Could have been even cleaner, but footmen tanking, unbound dealing damage works great. And then we're up against Kuki. And well, I have the living bomb, which means that I can just blow up the incoming teams at the towers or near Kuki so that they deal collateral damage either to the towers or to Kuki itself. So here comes living bomb number 1. Technically, because I have the Whelpex and I have the safe pilot, then I could kill those squads already with those eggs and the pilots. I don't even need the living bomb necessarily. I just really enjoy having the living bomb here. And here, actually using the combination of all of those tools, should have spent the safe pilot on the other side of the tower so it would have gotten a shot in, but the burn damage was just enough anyway. Alright, so one tower has been taken. And we start the assault on the second tower. Just grabbing a couple of towers here. And now, because that team is going to start moving soon, I need to start saving gold. I need to get to 6 gold so that I can living bomb them. I'm a little late. I'm gonna blow them up at the tower, although that tower, I don't really need that tower anyway, so blowing them up at any point is still going to be completely fine, and boom, there they go. In the meanwhile, some kind of assault coming in, but Maiev doing a spectacular job there, securing the chest for me. And now we're going to get that second tower, I'm positive. So here we go, second tower about to go down. Boom. Alright, now I have the 2 towers, so I feel very confident. It's very unlikely that there would be anything that could really attack me from here. And now I can start using living bombs when the minis are next to Kuki. As you can see, Kuki took a bunch of damage also out of that living bomb. So now we have Kuki taking damage. We have the teams going down. And some footmen coming in. We have even more footmen coming in. Huge push is about to arrive. I want to grab that chest. Miner probably wasn't the right choice. I should have sent the miner to mine the middle vein. And then I should have sent the quillboard to grab the chest. That would have been so much faster. Would have given me all that gold much more immediately. And it would have been so much more useful. Anyway, here I'm putting in Maiev here to do some AoE damage, because Maiev's AoE is going to kill the Griffin Rider. And now we're just hitting at Kuki with all sorts of stuff. There's another squad coming in, but Kuki is already almost dead. So now I'm considering my options. Do I need to defend? I decided that I'm going to play very safe and I'm going to defend. I could have just also attacked Kuki and killed Kuki there, but just taking things very safe. A whole bunch of black whelp eggs all over the place, and now we're sending in final push. Let's go and take that Kuki down. Quillboar, skeleton party going to shoot at it a little bit, and boom. Should have positioned the skeleton party further away from the footmen, but because they had the shield, they survived anyway. But yeah, Kuki is down. And finally Sneed, and Sneed is where Maiev truly excels at, because Sneed is so vulnerable to unbound spam. And also unbounds, you can use unbounds to dictate what's going to get copied. You have just so many tools to beat Sneed. It's remarkable, really. This is going to be such an easy time, although I think I made it a little bit hard for myself, but hey, I'm a little bit late there. Tried to get the chest, but failed. Should have really been able to get the chest. Well, my miner is going to be the one that's going to get copied first if I kill their miner. That's what usually happens, so alright, so far so good. Everything is progressing as normal. And now all I need to do is pay attention to the copy machines so that that molten giant does not get copied. But I failed to do that, which is obviously a little inconvenient because now I have to face 5 molten giants instead of 1. However, bridge control is a big deal. Now I have control of the bridge and I'm shooting down from the bridge, and I have footmen. And footmen are really tanky. They're armored too, so Molten Giant is going to have a tough time pushing through all the footmen. I have whelps shooting at them, I have skeleton party shooting at them, I have the safe pilot shooting at them, and all of a sudden 5 Molten Giants wasn't that scary after all. It looks like we made it. Phew. But yeah, it's better to pay attention and just drop something out there so that you don't get in that situation. But with the right kind of team and with control of the bridge, you can survive. So I guess it's good that I'm going to showcase a lot of failures here. Not failures in the sense that I would be failing the map, but failures in the sense that I'm not executing optimally. Anyway, here we go. Just a little take bridge control again. And okay, they got a bunch of Stonehoof Tauren. That's totally fine. I already have the tower. And as soon as I get rid of those Stonehoof Tauren, I'm trying to get some kind of footman push going in. And then I want to add some unbounds to that. This time I am awake, although the footman walked to the other teleporter. I should have been more conscious of that, so I would have saved a Quillbore. Be that as it may, some footmen going in. Now there is a Molten Giant and an Ogre Mage, and I miss with the safe pilot. I tried to shoot the Ogre Mage with the safe pilot, but I missed, so I'm scrambling just a little bit now. Luckily I have the Whelp Tunic, which means that this Molten Giant is going to be distracted for a moment, just long enough for me to get some footmen deployed in, and then we're just going to start deploying stuff, get Maiev out there. Maiev is going to deal some damage, and once we get rid of the Ogre Mage, then it's gonna be okay. Yeah. So, making life a little bit difficult for myself again, but no worries. The deck is so good that it can survive some pilot errors. Alright. And now we finally look a little bit more stable, so now I'm going to finally start the unbound spamming on Sneed. Here come the Whelpex, together with the Quillbore. Pop the Whelpex, turn around for the Quillbore, Whelp starting to shoot it in the back. I still decide that maybe I can defend here a little bit. Bridge control. Bridge control is so incredibly good and important. Now that we have finally a footman push coming, we can also drop some skeleton parties for damage. I'm trying to drop some Whelpex out there. Quillbores just unbounds Maievs, and that Sneed is so going down. Could have done it faster, could have done it prettier, but it's a victory nonetheless. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.